Yo, what's going on, people? Thursday edition here of the Payoff Pitch, coming at you live every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here. What do they say? Same channel, same time, same bat channel, or whatever the heck. What was that saying back? Same time, same bat channel. I think it was. Whatever it is, guys. Thank you guys for kicking off another morning with me here. Greatly appreciated. As the Hockey Squirrel and I take you through today's MLB slate. It's Thursday. Day games are in action today. Night games. We should just be making money all day long. Let's get Squirrel's opening thoughts in the first inning. We call it quick hits. We want to know what's on his mind this morning. What is on your mind?
I'm curious to see how this Mets game is going to go because yesterday I mentioned it as a 2-unit play at minus 120. As soon as we ended the show, it dropped to minus 105, where I did my write-up, gave it out, bet it myself. Actually, with 2 units at minus 105, it currently is minus 150, I believe. So that's, you want to talk about beating closing line value. That is going to be my, sixth inning steal, I think it is.
Right.
And there is nothing on the board other than that. That is a major steal, but have a couple other games to talk about here today.
All right, in my quick hits here in the open inning, I got 2 things to programming notes to kind of run by you guys. The first one is, you guys want to do a NRFI together? You guys want to sweat out 6 ounces of glory? Let's do it. Let's do it today at 3 p.m. Central Time. 3 p.m. Central Time. It's Padres, Marlins. To me, that's the best NRFI today. Obviously, it's a bet that I'm on, and I'll talk about it a little bit later on. But let's hang out on YouTube Live and sweat 6 ounces of glories together. And then the other thing to pass along is the family is taking our last summer vacation, getting in the car tomorrow morning, heading to Wisconsin. So this will be the last payoff pitch episode this week, and then we'll come back Monday and just hit the rest of the season. I can't, sitting here right now, I don't foresee another show being canceled, but I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, so you never know what pops out. But as that is, right now, we'll not be with you Thursday, Friday, and then we'll resume back with you guys on Monday. We got that comment section open. Let me know what's on your mind this morning. Let me know how yesterday went. Let me know what some of your leans are, what some of your bets are as we work our way through this. Mitch Keller didn't come through for us yesterday, Hunter, but we're going to get our money back. I love your positive attitude. Let's go ahead and start with the second inning. We've got, yes, the girls just won 4. Who's also sweating this plus 180 money line bet with me right now in tennis? Who is sweating this? She avoided 2 break points and still stays on serve at 4-3 in the first. Let's go, fellas. All right, back to baseball here. We call it second inning. We call it around the bases. We'll take a couple games. We'll break them down for you. Squirrel, you want to kick it off and around the bases?
Sure. So I put out this play last night at 3 a.m. Central. So okay. I'm kind of dead this morning. But I was going to get my write-up so I could kind of go over some of the key points I had talked about, but my browser is acting crazy, not letting me open any new tabs. So I'll try to do this off of recall anyway, but it deals with the over-under in the Athletics and the Rangers. And I see the over is getting absolutely hammered by the public, and probably for good reason on the surface, but I think this deserves some sort of logical analysis, okay? You have Adam Aller, and you have Reagans, the new guy Reagans for the Rangers. So he's got 2 games on his game log, and if you take a look at the game log of Adam Aller, he's kind of been thrown to the wolves, so to speak. His game log is consistently against the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees, mostly. Other than that, it's been like the Cardinals, really just good hitting teams. And we'll say not currently the Yankees are hitting well, but in the time frame in which he faced them, they've been on fire. The Yankees obviously have an insanely good record, and they have hit prior. So he kind of got thrown to the wolves in that sense, that he's a newer pitcher and, he's not an ace, and he had to go against these insanely good hitting teams. Now you put him against the Rangers. In the same sense, you get Reagans here today. He's only got two games in his log. So you find 2 ERAs that are pretty sky high at 7 or 7.3, something like that for Adam Aller. And I think 4.5 or something, maybe 5 for Reagans. So I think on the surface, people see those ERAs and just think, let's take the over. But there's another side to it that you need to consider, and that is the Oakland Athletics, other than the Detroit Tigers, are absolutely terrible in the sense of batting. Whether it's season long, I think they have the second least amount of runs season long, and even in the last 2 weeks, in that time frame, I think they're second or third least amount of runs. They're like literally the worst or second worst batting average. They just simply can't hit very well. If I'm expecting 10 runs from these two teams offensively, I don't really see it, even despite having the poor quality in starting pitching. So some books are at 8.5, some books are at 9. I chose to pay a little bit of juice for the under 9 so that I would need 10 to lose. I have the ability to push, and 8 or less gets me a win. Disregard the money and the tickets on the over. I think I'm taking the under. Also, I built a pretty kick-ass system on this long term. 60% under system for myself on top of everything else.
When we handicap, we always talk about maybe you've got 10 parameters and not all 10 of your parameters are going to line up for a bet. So you try to find value within that. Just curious, you're a guy that seems to want to follow the money. You say you're going against the money today. How often do you do that? Because you seem to be a guy that follows money.
I would do it in a place where I think the public is trapping themselves, right?
Girls just broke her, fellas. Plus 180 dog in tennis just got a break. Serving for the first set. Sorry, finish, man. Finish. I'm fired up.
Oh, right. Yeah. Anyway.
Plus 180 on the money line.
I would fade the money or the tickets in a place where I'm deeming it to be a trap or like a public persuasion, right? And in this case, I'm kind of putting my bet on the fact that people are just seeing a 7 ERA and going, oh, he's terrible, and we're going to take the over. Okay. No real depth into it. I think it's just a surface pick that's attracting the public for those reasons.
Okay. All right. Good stuff right there. For my second inning, now I'm going to lead off with a F5 two-way money line. F5 two-way money line. So, of course, if there's a tie at the end of the 5 innings, we'll just go ahead and get our wager back. I'm going to do it in a parlay, though. First team I want to put in that F5 money line two-way is the Phillies. Let's look at this game. Two left-handers on the mound there, and Suarez taking on Lodolo. Phillies, number 1 in batting average versus left-handers at 390. Cincinnati Reds are 29th in the league at 143. So we have a massive hitting discrepancy between these two pitchers. We know Lodolo. We've faded him a few times this season. So just give me what this Phillies offense has been doing against the left-hander. I like them. And then you want to compare it, obviously, to the Reds or what they're doing versus left-handers. Love the Phillies winning the first 5 innings. So I'll go ahead and drop them in the parlay. Then the other team, I want to parlay them with them. And the F5 money line two-way parlay is going to be the Minnesota Twins, taking on Daniel Lynch and the Kansas City Royals. You got Malley there for the Twins. Had a nice start in his second start there. I think he's going to just continue that nice run that he's going to have with Minnesota. And then you get Daniel Lynch there for the Kansas City Royals, a left-hander there. If you look at what the Twins are doing versus left-handers against what the Royals are doing versus right-handers, the Twins are leaning in that category, coming out better in the hitting category. And again, we're not talking about bullpens. We're focused on the offensive starters here. I'll take the Twins and Malley and their bats, and I'll also pair them with Phillies and what they're doing with the left-handed hitting advantage. So that'll be the parlay. F5 two-way money line. It's plus 157. It's your Phillies and it's your Twins. And we'll do that. You have another game here in the second inning, Squirrel?
Well, I guess just for analysis sake, not that it actually got me money, but I was interested or maybe still have some interest in the Orioles and Blue Jays over. We talked about it just briefly before the show, and I think, was it at 9?
Yeah.
Is that right? And it was Austin Voth against
Stripling.
Yeah, and I am not a Stripling fan, and I know the numbers of Voth are not very good. We've just been waiting for the Toronto bats to wake up at this point, right? I mean, Baltimore has been hitting the ball, as we know. But again, much like these teams, man, like, it's scary to bet against a team like the Blue Jays or the Yankees when they're scuffling, because you know that they can wake up at any time. You know that they can explode for one of these crazy 9, 10, 11, 13 run games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just never know when that's going to be. But in that situation, I was entertaining the idea of an over, but after we talked about it, I decided to lay off with my other bets that I have today. So
Let's go, Kevin. Kevin's in the chat. He's getting hype about that nice first set win there by our girl. Plus 180. Let's go, fellas. It's Wednesday, fellas. Fire it up for today. I want to help you guys put some money in your pocket. Let's keep doing it, though, here on baseball. That's what's on our mind right now. Let's just focus on this Mets game, and you're going to talk about them in some inning, whether that's sixth inning, seventh inning. It's certainly going to come up. I want to talk about it right here. This is a nice get-right spot here for the Mets taking on Jaco DeRizzi. Absolute terrible pitcher. He's just there to eat up innings while Ian Anderson's getting straightened out in the minor leagues. Obviously, with Scherzer on the mound, you like it. Get away to back the Mets. Whether you want to do their team total, they've been scuffling. This is one where, you look at the Blue Jays and you're like, who's going to have the better bounce back spot? I would lean on the Braves because they're going, or the Mets because they're taking on DeRizzi. You're getting Voth there for the Orioles, decent picture. Then when it rolls to the bullpen, the Orioles have a good bullpen. So if I'm banking on one of the two teams today to have a nice bounce back and maybe the offense to wake up, it's that Mets up against DeRizzi all the way. So just get behind the Mets. That's what I want to talk about here in the second inning. Find a way to get behind the Mets, and if that's you just taking the money line at minus 150, just go ahead and do it because that's the current price at minus 150. Let's move it to the third inning. We've talked long enough. It's time to shut up and pitch. It's time to give these guys some pitching props. Who do you want to target today on the mound there, Squirrel?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to tell you. So I cannot currently open any tabs in my my Google Chrome. So it's acting like I'm offline, even though obviously I'm not.
Okay.
So I don't know
What
the deal is there, and I don't really want to exit the show. So I guess I'm just going to look at the pitching matchups or, can you fade Daniel Lynch somehow? Are you on that today?
I'm not. Look, I've been struggling with pitching props. We've talked about it. Had a good baseball season. Just pitching props have not been kind to me on the large scale. So I just got one pitching prop today. It's that that Red starter Lodolo. I'm going to target his over 4.5 hits allowed. It's cashed in 4 of his last 6 starts. Lodolo has 55 hits and 47.2 innings pitched. And again, the Phillies' number 1 batting average right now, hitting 390 versus left-handers. This feels like maybe a game that they struggle for runs. There's times when you bet the team total and you get frustrated because they have hit and guys on base, and yet the runs don't come. Maybe it feels like that. So I'm doing Nick Lodolo over 4.5 hits allowed at minus 137. And go to just avoid the pitching props. Huh?
Remember my Robbie Ray over 7.5 yesterday?
What did he hit?
10.
10. Nice. Good hit right there.
So, and I saw, because my phone tells me all the time about the Twins games, Gio Urshela was in the game, and he did get a hit.
4 of them. Got 4 hits.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So that one hit as well. I don't know about your other batting props, but...
Should we move it over to the long shot? Doesn't sound like you got a pitching prop, which is fine.
No, I don't.
All right. We'll make it up and give these guys a good plus money winner, Squirrel.
Okay. It's one that we've both talked about. I think there's 2 spots where I'm seeing crazy distribution of money, which is an initial interest for me. But of the 2, I think there's a more viable option. The crazy long shot is the Detroit Tigers against Cal Quantrill, which I really don't understand. Their steam, sharp action, systems, money. It's all over the Tigers. Why? I'm not entirely sure. I think the better option is the Pittsburgh Pirates at a plus 135 rather than the long shot of a plus 190. Yesterday I had a system on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I didn't end up getting my real money on it, but again, we have 40% of tickets, 80% of the money on the Pirates here today. I think it's a much better analysis-wise anyway, right? We had talked about yesterday, Pirates are doing a lot of things better going against Rich Hill today. I forget who the pitcher was yesterday for the Red Sox, but they ended up starting out with like a 5-0 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sucked. But I think your better option today is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Otherwise, on the board, I don't know. I certainly don't expect a lot of these underdogs to win, but
Okay.
I don't know. Art, could you go back to the Orioles again? Yet again, dude?
Yeah. Yesterday I gave out 3 underdogs. 2 of the 3 cashed. I'm going right back to the well, at least on a couple of those teams. One of them's no big shocker. It's the Orioles. It's the Orioles, folks. I'm trying to talk people off of the Blue Jays for a couple days now, and people just keep burning their cash. It's cool. I don't bat 100%, so if you don't listen to me every time, I fully understand. But you're just not betting yourself into a good betting spot, right? You want to bet in the Blue Jays, wait till it's a good betting spot. It's not a good betting spot. Don't care that they're trying to avoid the sweep. That's your only angle. That's your only angle. The Orioles are doing it all better right now, so I'm going to stay with the Orioles as my long shot play at plus 145. I'm going to throw in the Rays again. Again, you're only betting the Yankees today because they're avoiding the sweep. Otherwise, if I give you the stats, they don't have the hitting or the pitching advantages, so I'll stay right on the Rays, and I fully agree with you on the Pirates. If you look at what they're doing versus left-handers versus what the Red Sox are doing versus right-handers, and then compare the bullpen numbers, they're a tick worse than the Red Sox, but it's only a tick worse. So I do like the Pirates today as another long dog. So Orioles, Rays, and Pirates, I believe, are your best dogs on today's board. I bet 2 of those cash again, just like yesterday I gave you 3, and we had 2 out of 3 cash. I would think it's pretty similar today. So Orioles, Rays, and dogs.
And I don't think Domingo Germán has done real great. At least not in the games I've seen. I think I've watched his last 2 or 3 outings, and it hasn't gone the greatest.
I think it started off poorly because he got rocked in his first start for sure. Then I thought he did okay, but I haven't quite fully looked at it. Either way, the starting pitching is an absolute complete wash with Kluber versus Germán. There's no advantage, I don't think, on either side. Obviously, the Yankees don't have the hitting advantage. I don't know why you'd be betting on the Yankees. You're betting on them because you want to avoid the sweep. That's your only angle. That's it. That's your only angle right there. So let's move it over to the 5th inning. We call it keep swinging. Try and give these guys some hitting props. I've got 2. I've got 2 guys that you can pair together to do an over 0.5 hits parlay, and then I've got 1 guy you can ride alone over 1.5 total bases. The 2 guys that you want to drop in a parlay of over 0.5 hits is Carlos Correa. They're the Minnesota Twins, just been absolutely hitting Daniel Lynch over his career, so certainly expect that. He's got 2 things we also look for. Do you have a different handedness than the pitcher? He's a right-handed hitter going up against a left-handed pitcher, and do you hit in the top of the order? He checks both of those boxes. So we like Carlos Correa today of the Twins, and we're also going to parlay him with Goldschmidt. They are the Cardinals. Hits top of the lineup. His hitting Germán Marquez really well. Obviously just faced him 5 days ago. So love Paul Goldschmidt. So those 2 guys will get you in a parlay of plus 101 on that parlay for those 2 guys. And then the 1 player I'm willing to ride together, or alone on an over 1.5 total bases is Francisco Lindor. He's got great numbers over against Jake Odorizzi in his career. And again, he's going to hit left-handed, and Odorizzi is going to throw right-handed, and he hits towards the top of the lineup. And the Mets are on the roads here, getting all 9 innings pitched. So I like Lindor at plus 115 on over 1.5 total bases. You got any hitting props?
I can't open a new tab, but I like Carlos Correa for 2 reasons, because he's at the top of the order and he's got 2 things we like. And so.
They're good. We've been hot with that category too. Hopefully I don't jinx it today by putting my money on it. Although yesterday I did say swap out Urshela for J.P. Crawford, but in fairness, if you did the 2 players I gave out, it was a loss. But I did mention to swap out Urshela, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and move it into the 6th inning. We call it It's a Steal. Why don't you talk about those Mets for a little bit?
I don't even need to explain, dude, minus 105 for 2 units is like the max value you could possibly, you talk about closing line value. What is closing line value? What is it to beat the no vig line? No vig meaning no vigorish. Vigorish at the sportsbook obviously is the 10 cents standard per dollar that you pay to lay the bet. Reduced juice, it's 5 cents on the dollar, right? Minus 105, minus 110. So you're literally beating the no vig line. If there was no vigorish, you're getting what's considered more than a fair bet. This is what is known as positive EV, positive expected value. Statistically, essentially, instead of the book making you pay juice, you're kind of making the book pay the juice to take the bet with you. Positive EV. You're flipping the tables, right? And if I told you I would give you a 50% chance on a coin flip, but you actually have odds of 55%, you should be flipping that coin as many times as you possibly can, right? This is the idea of positive EV. This is why people don't necessarily care what they're even betting on as long as it has positive EV. Because statistically, in the long run, you come out ahead, and so do the sports books. That's why they charge you vigorish. That's why overcoming vigorish is so incredibly difficult to win long term, because it's not 50-50. It's you have to overcome 53, 54, 55% to beat the juice, the house edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the minus 105 I had yesterday, and hell, even at minus 120, if you took that price, you're still beating the no vig line, most likely, at minus 150. How can you calculate no vig? You may have this question, right? How you calculate no vig, there's an easy calculator, probably the best one, is over at OddsJam. To be honest with you, it's free. You can simply type in the odds for the favorite, the odds for the underdog. It removes the vigorish and tells you what the no vig line is. That's what a line that you have to beat with either closing value or the early value on the opening line. Probably the easiest way to do it. But otherwise, if you're going to do it, player props is probably your best option for beating the no vig line.
All right.
But other than that, talking about the actual game, it's Scherzer, dude. I mean, that's like, you don't really have to know what the hell's going on with the game, is my point, at a minus 105 when it's now minus 150. You just don't.
Love it. All right, if you want some of that great CLV that the Squirrel's talking about, don't forget in this video description, you can find the hockeysquirrel.com website and also his Facebook group, where he released that play sometime yesterday at minus 105. For my steal of the day, I talked about it in the opening show. We're going to hang out here on YouTube at 3 p.m. Central Time. We're going to watch this NRFI together. It's a 2-unit play for me. I gave it out on Monday. I gave it out on Tuesday. I'm going right back to it. Padres, Marlins. We know about it from an offensive standpoint. Clevenger's on the mound there for the Padres, only giving up 1 run in his 13 starts. Lopez has given up 12 over 23, so it looks a little ugly. He's had some starts where he's given up multiples. That kind of inflates that and makes it look rough. But we know the Padres, if you want to go look them up and say the last 10, you'd be like, wow, they're hitting the ball pretty good. It's coming down. It's coming down. You've seen it in this series now in the first 2 games against the Marlins. The offense is scuffling. So I'll gladly back 2 pitchers we've backed in the first inning this season. We'll back these 2 teams from an offensive standpoint for the NRFI. I love it. It's the NRFI. It's a 2-unit play for me. You can't find it at this price. Hopefully you guys are following me on Twitter so you can get that same good CLV that I've got. Either way, let's hang out. 3 p.m. Central Time. It's the NRFI. It's Padres and Marlins. All right, let's go ahead now, move to the 7th inning, coming to a stretch. We got to give these our best bet today on the board. What do you think your best bet is today, Squirrel?
Other than the Mets, I mean, that has to be pretty obvious, but it's going to be the under in that Oakland game with with a 60% system and how poorly the Athletics hit, at least statistically, whether it's season long, whether it's in the last 2 weeks. Any game that they've played on the road, the under, let me think, the over is only hitting 41%. So that would mean 59% to the under on any away game for the Athletics in 2022. 60% under system I have. The money I don't really care about because I think it's just due to the ERA of the pitchers. But I really like the under 9. If you're debating between an under 8.5 or an under 9, because it's on the edge there, it's on the fence at a lot of books. I grabbed the under 9 for the safety net of potentially getting a push. I don't expect these 2 teams to combine for 10 runs. Could it happen? Yeah, absolutely. There's odds for everything. But I think your better bet is to take that under.
All right, Oakland Rangers, under 9 is your best bet. My best bet, I've technically got 2 bets in this game. It's only because the line dropped after I released the play. It's in the Cardinals and Rockies. I originally gave out Cardinals F5 team total over 2.5 at plus 135. I put a unit on that. But my best bet is, hopefully, again, you're following me on Twitter, The price came down. It was over 1.5 runs for a long period of time. Still that Cardinals F5 team total. That's my best bet. It's over 1.5 runs. I put 5 units on it. So I guess technically I've got 6 units total in play on this game. I've got 5 units in play on the over 1.5 team total. And then I've got 1 unit in play on the over 2.5 team total. Went up against Marquez 5 days ago and cashed the over 1.5 team total portion of this bet. Would not have cashed over 2.5, but the Cardinals are red hot. Total system play for me. Absolute bona fide system play. It's why I'm willing to go in for 5 units. You've got a red hot offense here in the St. Louis Cardinals. Top 10 batting average, sitting 6th in batting average, and then in terms of slugging, on-base percentage, and OPS, they're top 3 in all of those categories. And the other part of the system that I love to go along with hot hitting, it's pitcher familiarity. And again, we just saw Marquez 5 days ago. Yeah, I love everything about this. I cannot believe
something. It does not. I have nothing to say about the play. What I would like to discuss is bankroll management when you're saying 5 units. That is okay under one circumstance. If your unit is 1% of your overall bankroll, a 5% play, a 5-unit play is 5% of your bankroll. That is a max play. That is what proper bankroll management states. If you're betting a normal unit size of 3%, this does not mean go put 15% of your bankroll on this game. The max you do is 5%. If you're already betting 5% units, nothing changes. Right?
Yeah.
Only 5%. So if that's like, suppose somebody's out there with, I don't know, $1,000 and they're betting $10 units, right? 1%, $50 on this game would be the max that you go.
All right, yeah, good clarifying it. I do mean to put 5% of your bankroll on that one play. At least that's what I've done.
Right.
If you decide to come along with me, then you also.
But not everybody knows that kind of stuff. So I just want to caution people that if they're normally betting $30 a game, do not go put 150 on the. You know what I mean? If that's not 1% of your bankroll. If you don't have a $3,000 bankroll where you're betting 1%, then don't be throwing 150 on it. Whatever. So just make sure that you're reevaluating your unit size with your bankroll. What are we freaking out about? Tennis?
My girl just broke. She's just broke, dog. We're about to hit a 180.
I don't even know what that means, dude. You broke what? Broke eggs? Like, I don't even know what that. Like, what is she breaking? What does that mean? I don't watch tennis. I don't even know.
Tail me. That's what that means.
The rules.
Just tail me to the cash counter. That's what that means. He's tailed me to the cash counter. Get fired up. This is gonna be a nice big hit to start our day at plus 180. If she holds through. Nothing's said and done right now. All right, great point right there on the clarification there. God, I love that. I love that play. I absolutely love that play. All right, let's now move over to the 8th inning. We got to give these guys a parlay. That's what we do here in the 8th inning, called double play.
Oh boy!
Should I go first? Maybe I'll go first. I'm just gonna hit you guys with 4 winners. Yep. I think the Twins, Dodgers, Mariners, Mets all win today. I did Twins, Mariners. I don't know. Twins, Mariners are plus 128. Or the 2 I did. Maybe the Mets are scuffling offensively, so maybe they do continue scuffling offensively today, and that opens the door up for the Braves. I'm just pitching an angle on how the Braves win the game. I don't think.
Don't pitch the angle. Don't even entertain it.
I'm not entertaining it. I'm just saying why I did put the Mets in my double team parlay. I did Twins, Mariners. Twins, Mariners plus 128. What about for you, Squirrel? What's your parlay of the day?
I really do like the Twins because I hate Daniel Lynch and. Yeah, so I like the Twins if I were to put them with something else. I don't know. The Twins and something. Just pick something. Just maybe, I don't know. I kind of liked yesterday the Houston Astros at a 145, but the line hasn't really moved. You could take the Giants again with Carlos Rodon. I don't know. Do something with the Twins maybe in a parlay. I really don't know. I don't bet parlays, and I can't open any tabs in my computer. So,
all right, let's keep moving though. Before we get to the 9th inning, the closer inning, where we'll give you guys our official bets, and of course we'll talk about every game from a rapid fire from a money line over under perspective. Let's go back through and catch some of these questions. We've got Chewy saying the UK Racing is paying out today. No idea what he's talking about there. Alex is on that Padres run line and Blue Jays F5 over. You got Stripling coming off the DL. Not quite sure what we'll get from him. Blue Jays bats are scuffling. Voth, I think, is decent. I lean the over, but it's not really something I'm willing to bet there, Alex. I just like Orioles maybe overall. Alex is also on Rodon over K's. Love that right there. The Diamondbacks versus left-handers, I'll get you that. They are, was it middle of the pack? Yeah, middle of the pack at 21.9%. Had an absurd amount of Ks last time against the Diamondbacks. That's a solid one there, Alex. We got PMJR. He's on the Tigers and Cleveland Guardians NRFI. I just stay away from divisional matchups when it comes down to NRFI. Always makes me a little bit nervous. So no NRFI for me. Good luck if you decide to play that one. And then we just got a lot of positive comments and people getting fired up on this Wednesday. All right, let's drop our official bets, and then let's talk about all these games. You guys can see right there, I'm on that Cardinals F5 team total, over 2.5 runs at plus 135. I then came back in for 5 more units when I hit the over 1.5 at plus 142. Give me that Twins Phillies F5 money line, two-way line at plus 157. I'll be in for 2 units on that Padres Marlins, one at minus 132 and one at minus 128. Carlos Rodon, Lodo, over 4.5 hits at minus 137. Francisco Lindor, over 1.5 TB, total bases at plus 115. And then Correa and Goldschmidt to each get a hit at plus 101. What are you on today, Squirrel?
Obviously the Mets, too much positive EV. I kind of knew yesterday, even at the minus 120, that was going to skyrocket. And when I saw minus 105, much like your whole shove in for 5 units type of thing, almost wish I did more. To be honest with you, I don't know. I've never actually given out a 3-unit play in my entire life. Maybe that should have been it. I don't know. But, oh well. And, I've already stated the reasons for that Oakland, Texas under. Okay. Public's all over the over for the ERAs, but I don't necessarily see it that way.
Before that 5-unit play, I'd never done it. 3 units was my biggest one, so... yeah, that was my biggest one. Let me jump into
there's a day for everything, right?
Let me jump into BetUS and let's talk about all these games. We got DGent headed to Costa Rica tomorrow. My man. We're trying to pay for that trip, my man. I'm trying to help you out. Shit, have fun, man. Costa Rica. I'm just going to Wisconsin. I wish I was going to Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Geographically, where is that? Down south of the U.S.?
What? Where's Costa Rica? Is it down south of the U.S.?
Down south? Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I didn't do good in geometry, bro. I don't know.
Geometry? No, apparently you didn't go to geography class either.
Nah, dude. Science,
All right, let's jump into these games. We got one game that starts here in about 20 minutes, so let's make sure we talk about it. It's Phillies and Reds with an over-under of 8.5. Phillies at minus 155, Reds at plus 135. I'll say it again. It's an easy overplay. We've talked about it. Both bullpens are terrible. I don't know why you would really pick one on the money line. Of course, we would lean Phillies. We talked about their hitting advantages, but both bullpens are terrible. Because the Reds have the worst bullpen, Phillies money line for sure, but I like over 8.5. What about for you?
Yeah, I would say the same. Yep, okay. I would say the same. Dude, by the way, you ever see those videos where people they go out on the street and get people point where countries are on the map and they don't know where they are? I would be one of those people, dude. I can't tell you where anything is.
All right there. All right, Cubs and Nationals up next with an over-under of 8.5 on BetUS. Cubs minus 155. Nationals are at plus 135. I'm going to go Cubs here, minus 155.
Yeah, probably would. Who's pitching? Oh, Corey Abbott. No idea. Oh, but Smiley sucks too. I don't think he's great anyway. Do you think he's good?
Nationals are striking out a ton. Obviously, they made some lineup changes there at the trade deadline. We've been fading the starting pitcher whenever that opponent goes up against the Nationals because they're so good at striking out. They are 5th worst right now versus left-handed pitching at 33.7%. So maybe a good angle in this game would be Smiley over his K prop to throw something out extra at you guys.
Okay, I'll take the Cubs in.
Royals and Twins are up next with an over-under of 8. Royals plus 180, Twins minus 210. Twins parlay piece, Twins on the run line. They saved their good arms yesterday in a 9-0 win. Get behind the Twins and however you want to. I don't care.
Yep, same analysis here.
Orioles and Blue Jays are up next on BetUS with an over-under of 8.5. Orioles plus 145, Blue Jays minus 170. I struggle between the over and under, to be quite honest. So I'm just sticking with the Orioles on the money line.
I don't. I'm significantly pulled to the over 8.5 there. So if I had to play something, it would be that. And I'm honestly just debating actually playing it.
The over?
Yes.
Gotcha. Mariners and Angels up next. Over under of 8.5. Mariners minus 200. Angels plus 170. This one I will do Mariners on the money line, or the run line. Just a better team in all facets of the game. A better team.
And they're the away team, correct?
Yeah.
Which, again, as I've been telling everybody, it bumps up your win rate 8 to 9%, being the away favorite on the run line as opposed to being the home team. So you don't have to mess around in extra innings or in the bottom of the ninth.
All right. Love it right there. Padres and Marlins, where we're hanging out at 3 p.m. Central Time on this YouTube channel. We're going to sweat out the NRFI in this game. We've got an over-under of 7. Padres minus 150. Marlins plus 150. Can the Padres get a victory here today? I'll just take the under. I've been sticking with that general theme this series. I'll stick with the under again today.
I really wish I could open tabs in my browser because I think any game that has been 6.5 or 7, the majority have gone over in the year. Not saying this one's going to be the one, but I wish I could research some stuff. I don't know. I didn't really look at the game, to be honest with you. It's Mike Clevenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought I didn't trust him for some reason. I don't know. Sure, under. Miami is like dead last in batting average and everything, aren't they? Offensively, they're pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, there you go.
And if you're following this tennis match, we are now on serve in the second set, unfortunately. So tough stuff right there. All right, kicking off the night action brings us to the Rays and Yankees. Over under of 8.5. Rays plus 115. Yankees minus 135. I'll continue taking the under in this series, and I'll continue taking the Rays in this series.
Yep. That's a good pick. It's a good thing to keep, not only fading the public, but the line movement, right? Rays open plus 155. They're currently plus 123. You're always going to have the money and the public love on the Yankees. So if you're wondering once again, what would a reason be that I would go against the money distribution? It's because it's going to be a massively public team like the Yankees are. Mm-hmm. For the value that you're getting, yes, I will take the Rays once again as an underdog.
All right, we got Red Sox and Pirates up next. Over under of 8 in that game. Red Sox minus 155. Pirates plus 135. They're one of my dog of the days. I like the Pirates at plus 135.
I really like the Pirates as well, and much like the Blue Jays over, there's nothing else in the game that I'm looking at other than the Pirates on the money line, or nothing I'm looking at in the game besides that Blue Jays over. It's just, to me, some kind of hesitation to pull the trigger on it, actually, and that's what I'm debating. That's what I will debate after the show. And, check out the website or the Twitter or the Facebook group. If you're in the Hockey Squirrel Facebook group, I will post there. If you're not there and you have Facebook, please come join us. And, cool.
Tigers and Guardians up next. Over under of 7.5. Tigers plus 180. Guardians minus 210. I'm taking the Guardians on the run line at minus 105. They do it all better.
I'm going to go half unit Tigers money line just because of whatever the hell's going on with this weird model projection systems, money distribution scheme, sharp action, something strange about it. I go half unit on the money line for the Tigers, not because I think they're going to win, but because of whatever the weirdness is going on there today. So,
BetUS takes us to Mets and Braves up next. Over under of 7.5. Mets minus 150. Braves plus 130. Mets money line for me, minus 150.
Yeah, Mets money line minus 105 for me.
Rockies and Cardinals, over under of 7. This series I don't get. We keep preaching the over, I think, every day during rapid fire. The overs keep
well, and they're going against a left-hander again today.
Yeah.
The Rockies are,
Over 7.
Over.
I don't get the line in this series every game. I don't get it. There's been easy cashes on the over, so Cash another over today. Don't even think twice. Athletics and Rangers over under of 8.5. We got plus 140 on BetUS for the Athletics. Rangers come in at minus 165. The under is down to 8.5. I will still do the under. Yeah, under 8.5.
Yeah, it opened at 8.5, and that's kind of why it's like it's juiced minus 120 to the over. Like they want money there for some reason. Some books are at 9, which is why I paid the minus 120 for the 9.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if it moves officially to 9, whatever. I don't care. It just opened at 8.5. So.
Valdez and Kopech, that's the Astros and the White Sox with an over-under of 8. Astros minus 145, White Sox plus 125. We didn't get that Cy Young kind of dueling game yesterday that I think a lot of people maybe thought we were going to get. Mm-hmm. I will go, based on the stats and the information's at hand, I'm going Astros.
I will too, yeah. I thought about it yesterday. I've been thinking about it at a 145 price.
If you're wondering, the White Sox are not crushing left-handed pitching, so I know everybody's going to think, left-hander, White Sox, they crush left-handers. No.
Well, you also have to take into account the
they're not bad.
The caliber of pitching that you're getting out of Valdez, though, as well, with his quality start statistics and just his overall record. I think, if I remember off the top of my head, was he 11-4, 11-2? It's pretty nuts, something like that.
Yeah, I agree completely. All right, so good stuff right there. Let's move it along now. We've got the Dodgers and Brewers. Dodgers at minus 175, Brewers at minus 150. This is the day to jump back on the Dodgers, getting all the advantages with Gonsolin over Lauer. Give me the Dodgers run line at minus 105.
Without a doubt, and they're the away team as well, which we like. Valdez is 11-4. I did remember that off the top of my head.
Nice. All right, and the last one here, it's in San Francisco. It's Diamondbacks. It's Giants. It's an over-under of 7.5. Diamondbacks plus 185. Giants minus 215. Listen, the Rodon's gone against these Diamondbacks twice. I could pull it up. I think he gave up 5 runs one time, 4 runs another. This one just breeds high scoring. This one breeds absolutely high scoring. So an over 7.5 at plus money with what the Diamondbacks have done against Rodon, I'm taking the over in this one at 7.5.
I'm with you there. I'm with you. Yep.
All right. Anybody who wants to hang, I'm willing to hang. We got our girl in this tennis match, Zhang. I probably pronounced that wrong. Apologies to her if I did. She just broke. So now we're at 5-4 with a chance to serve, win the second set, win the match at plus 180. Payoff pitch is officially over. But if you want to hang and see if our girl can cash a plus 180 money line ticket in the next, call it 10 minutes, I'll hang. You guys can keep asking questions. You guys can hang. But I'm going to celebrate this soon-to-be, hopefully, 180 cash with all my friends. So I'm not going anywhere. Drop if you want.
Okay, bye. I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding.
I'm hanging there. Drop in a question. My girl just broke back to go up 5-4, and she has a chance to serve out the match and hit a plus 180 cash to start off our day. Let's go. Let's go, girl. Plus 180. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, well, I have no skin in that.
This is the positive energy we needed today. I got a soccer play. Hell, let me give out my soccer play today. Obviously, this is a baseball show. We've now transitioned off. So we got a Champions League qualifier. Went 2-0 yesterday in Champions League qualifiers. I'm looking to go right back to another winner today. In that Red Star game, I'm taking their team total over 0.5 goals. So just need them to score at least one. And then in the Benfica match, I'm going to parlay that with under 3.5 goals. That came in at minus 116. So that's the parlay. Red Star team total over 0.5 goals. Under 3.5 goals in the Benfica match, minus 116. Let's go. There you go. 15 love. Let's go, boys. 15 love. What do you think of the Astros NRFI for Alex?
I like it on the side of Valdez. I don't know. Do you trust Kopech? I mean, it's really. I think it's more of a 3-out game. 3-out first inning, right? I mean, do the Astros bring in a run? Is kind of what you're asking, right?
Kopech's not going to go. Man, Kopech, giving up 17 hits and adds in another 16 walks in the first inning. What a terrible whip in the first inning, 1.6. Yeah, that one's going to probably be sweaty there. Damn it, now she's down 15-30. She's She's down 15-30. So that one's gonna be a little sweaty.
I'm gonna fix my Google Chrome and maybe go get a cup of coffee and start my day. So
see you, fellas. See you, DeGent. Anybody else that may be dropping off? Enjoy your Thursday or Wednesday.
I'm gonna drop off too, and I will enjoy my day.
See you, man.
See you later.
Let's move Hockey Squirrel's bet. So, it's just me here chilling out. Let's go. Come on. Can we get 30-30? Can we get 30 love? Or 30 all, I mean. Can we get 30? Yes, 30 all. Yes. I don't know how you guys watch it. If I wasn't on this show, I'd actually be watching the tennis channel. But Flash Score. Flash Score is the best for stuff like this. Flash Score. Let's go. It's 30 all. 30 all. Come on. Come on, girl. All you need is 2 points. It's on your racket. It's on your racket. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me a look at match point. Give me a look at match point. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Steven. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. Just go 40-30. Just be cool. Go 40-30. Yes, 40-30 match point. Yes, let's go, fellas. 40-30 match point. Not set point. F set point. It's match point. It ain't no set point. Match point. Let's go. Show me. Show me. Show me. You guys hit the like button. You guys tell me. I'm not looking at the screen. When that says 2-0, mash that like button. Let me know. When that says 2-0, let me know. Does it? Come on. Come on. Send me some likes. Hit it. You guys are going to tell me the good news. Let's go. Is it? Come on. I need to see the likes. Hit it. Hit it. I can see them if they pop in. Come on. Did it not go? Still hasn't happened yet. Come on. Is that 2-0? Come on, fellas. 2-0. Give me some good luck. Give me some good vibes. Come on. 2-0. That hit. Come on. Didn't it? That hit? Damn it. Deuce. Didn't hit. Come on. Didn't hit. Deuce. Deuce. Come on. Get another match point. Come on. Come on. Big stuff here. I mean, we're in a nice position, obviously up a set, but it's still sweaty. I mean, we took a chance on a dog at plus 180. That's why I'm sweating so much. Here we go. We got the advantage. Match point number 2. Come on, fellas. Whatever you were doing for that last match point, do something different. Do something different. Stand up. Sit down. Alternate. Do something. I'm standing up. I'm standing up. I'm standing up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Match point. Match point number 2. Bring it home for the people. Bring it home, girl. Bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it home. Come on. Let's go. Show this girl what's up. Come on. Come on. Yes, there it is. Yes, there it is. Yes. 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 Plus 180 cash. Yes. Get hyped, fellas. Yes. 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 What a great cash to start off our day. Plus 180 on the money line. Yes. Yes. Don't need no handicap. Don't give me plus 1.5 sets. Don't give me plus so many games. Just give me the straight out dog to win at plus 180. Yes. 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 That's a great hit. It's an absolute great hit. Let's make another tennis bet. Maybe not on this show, hanging out. Probably I need some time. It was a couple of matches. I'm thinking about Isner first set tiebreaker. Thinking about taking part of this 1.8 units and sprinkling a little bit there on the Isner tiebreaker in the first set. So I need a couple minutes, though, to go ahead and go through it. Let's see if we can't get out another tennis bet. Guys, thank you for hanging out. It's so much fun cashing with you guys. Like, I can sit here and cash, and it's cool. So much more fun cashing alongside of you guys, so I appreciate it. Woo, plus 180 cash to start our day. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait for that 6-uniter to hit is what Steven's on Steven's mind. I hear you, my man. I hear it. It's a beautiful thing. All right, fellas, go enjoy, what is it, Wednesday? Don't forget, 3 p.m. Central Time. 3 p.m. Central Time. Let's come back for that NRFI Padres Marlins. We've got 2 units on it. Let's sweat 6 ounces of glories together. All right, fellas, enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you a little bit later on.